Paris is getting set to host the Summer Olympics with the opening ceremony set to take place in exactly 1 month's time. France 24 sports editor James Vasina joins me in the studio here for a special look at the big question, James, which is, will Paris be ready in time?
Will it be ready in time? Things are looking. We've had a lot of positive messages come our way recently. We've seen one of them, line 14 of the metro, being opened. That was one of the major things. We saw the presidents very proudly open that line. That's the line then going from the airport, one of the airports in the south, to the centre of the city. Now that's one of the big things, but of course many of the lines haven't been completed since. One of the line 11, has been extended, but not everything, all the promises that were set for these games have been delivered in terms of transport. You'll have seen on the floor, on the roads, on the ring road around Paris, we've got these new lanes. Same lanes, but they've marked them out with Paris 2024.
The Olympic lanes, yes.
Right, and those are special lanes for athletes and for taxis to be able to go through what's going to be bigger crowds.
Pretty easy to paint a sign on a lane, though. It's not a great accomplishment.
Well, that's the thing. So it's been painted. It's there. Is it going to work during the games? What's it going to be like for other people going there? Because there's just so many questions of whether this is actually going to work during it, because it's already difficult today as it is.
I think we all know that traffic laws in Paris are, in general, more suggestions than actual laws. So who's going to respect this lane division, for one thing?
Well, yeah, it's an extremely good question. And they want people. You've seen all the signs in the underground or around Paris saying, prepare yourself for the Olympics, stay at home to work. It's not the best sign to put off. They've created a lot of cycling lanes for people to be able to get around. Some of the big ones are done. I walked out of my place this morning, my bus stop had disappeared. Why? Because they're going to build a cycling lane there. So that's not done. Whether it's to do with the Olympics or after, there's still going to be a lot of building going on, and we've had this for years. People living around here have been.
There's huge amounts of construction actually along Canal Saint-Martin and Canal de Noort, the roadways, which have been in large part pedestrianized, but they're torn up right now.
Absolutely.
There, you can't even walk on them.
Well, and the issue is there's a fatigue that definitely has been created by this, because it's been going on for so many years before, and it's going to be continuing after that, clearly, because it's not everything is done. So for people living here, that is one of the worries. And what that's going to be like then during the games, if it is going to work, we'll see. But of course, it's not just about the transport, even though that's hugely important with the millions of people who will be coming. It's also about the sites. Of course, in terms of the sites, things are looking good, because many of the sites being used are these historical sites, so the Place de la Concorde, the Eiffel Tower, and these, basically all you need to do is just add some stands, pretty much, in a very brief way. There's much more than that. But in terms of temporary stands, those are prepared at the Eiffel Tower, where there's going to be beach volleyball. It will look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty much ready, and that's definitely going to be one of the sites that we're going to see the most on television, because you'll just have beach volleyball being played just there at the Eiffel Tower.
Should be pretty cool. Do you think tourists are going to be able to figure it out, though? The metro already, they're making efforts. You can see with the signs, route comfort, take the RER this way, the little pink icons. I'm not 100% confident that visitors from around the world will be able to decipher those and really know where they're going.
Well, because
it's going to be expensive too.
It's going to be, and there's going to be masses of people. So are they going to have the patience? Are they going to be able to read all of those things? There's also one other concern, of course, is that before the opening ceremony, which is going to be taken along the river, then open air, they're going to shut down a huge part along the river for safety reasons, for terrorists, to prevent any terrorist attacks. And that is going to block off a lot of space for people coming and going. And that's going to impact, obviously, businesses around it, because our delivery is going to happen. Are people going to go into the restaurant there because you're going to need a QR code to be able to go to this area?
What?
Yeah, we've been there before.
I don't live in one of those areas, but I've heard people asking, are they going to need a QR code to get into their own streets?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think closer to how things are right now, but realistically, it's going to be in the moment. What's it like? And I think no one can really predict what it's going to be like when the games actually begin, or even actually just in the days before that.
I think we've all got our fingers crossed, those of us especially who live here currently. James, that's France 24 sports editor James Vasina. Thanks for that.